Hey, my name is Laura Ferrier. I was a patient at Gupta in the IOP program for 2 months earlier this year in spring.
Okay, tell us about the experience at Gupta Psychiatry and the IOP program.
Izzy made it terrible, but I had the best experience at Gupta. I was really worried when I came out of inpatient treatment because it's easy to not partake in drugs and alcohol when you're locked inside the walls of a building where you're protected and away from all that stuff. I was really concerned about getting back to the real world, getting back to my job, my family, everyday stressors, and not being able to maintain my recovery with the stressors of the real world. And Gupta made it possible. Gupta taught me how to take some of the things I learned and the coping mechanisms from treatment and transition them into real life. So for me, it was the perfect step down from inpatient treatment to the real world. And everything that I learned at Gupta was practicable in my day-to-day life and helped me learn how to handle the tiny things, cleaning my house and dealing with that, and the really stressful things, family drama or overmanaging or overscheduling my life, or anything like that I can deal with now without having to turn to drugs and alcohol as a release. And that's thanks to Gupta.
What stood out for you from the program?
It was an immediate comfort zone. I think for a lot of addicts and alcoholics, we are prone to isolate, and we're very comfortable staying outside of new social situations. And so I was really worried about the people and being comfortable here and feeling like I was a test subject in a clinical situation. And it was more like hanging out with friends every day. It really made it easy for me to trust what I was learning. Some have been closely touched by recovery. It makes everything they taught me have a little bit more gravity and more trustworthy to me.
What was the most beneficial part about the intensive outpatient program?
I think grounding techniques and education about the actual disease of addiction were probably the two things that helped me most. I understand things better when I understand the science behind it. So understanding why I do a certain behavior and linking that to the actual disease really, really helps me understand and kind of process it. And then grounding techniques to help me in moments of extreme stress or emotional turmoil that can bring me back to center and help me not pick up that first drink were instrumental for me.
Now tell me about the experience for you from the initial assessment to when you graduated. How it was for you?
Sure. The assessment was great. I walked in and the staff treated me immediately like a friend and made me feel like I was in the right place. There was nothing to be scared of. And like Gupta would do whatever I needed to help get me well. I was a little nervous the first day, and immediately I fell into this easy rhythm, and it became such a welcome part of my routine that I looked forward to coming every day. The classes were all really beneficial. They flew by, and I would, be like, oh my gosh, it's already time to leave at the end of it. And then the therapy coupled with it. My therapist is incredible, and she has helped me with so much more than just my addiction. She has helped me with everything in my life, and I continue to see her because she's changed my life and the way I move through the world. And so then when it came to graduation, recovery is about honesty, so I didn't do this, but I wanted to pretend like I was not doing well so that I could stay a little bit longer. But the graduation was beautiful, and it made me feel so accomplished that I had gotten through this and learned and become a better person through the IOP program.
Now tell me how sobriety has been for you since you graduated.
I'm going to sound like a giddy schoolgirl. Sobriety is the best thing in the world. Removing drugs and alcohol from my life seemed impossible to me because every aspect of my life was influenced by a substance, or when can I get a substance again, or how can I incorporate alcohol into this part of my life? And so it seemed like my defining characteristic was taken away from me, and it has been the opposite. I have found myself. I've found new passions. I've reignited old passions. I'm like tearing up, the AA meetings every day, and I've really entrenched myself in the 12-step community, and I just got 9 months, which is very exciting to me. And I can't see life another way. I was talking to somebody about this earlier, that I knew I was really depressed when I was drinking so heavily, but I didn't realize that I had such capacity for happiness. I didn't realize that every day could feel the way it does now. And I never want to go back.
And if someone was in your position and needed help, why would you recommend Gupta Psychiatry?
Well, I have recommended Gupta a lot. And the reason I do so is because the program here is one that can fit anybody, regardless of age, background, gender, what your situation is in life. It's teaching you how to understand your disease and how you can take control back from it. And giving somebody that kind of license on their own life and letting them take control of their world again is invaluable. The facilities are really nice. I was very impressed with it. Great snacks, very comfortable atmosphere. Every aspect of the program I wouldn't change anything.
And who is by far your favorite staff member of Gupta Psychiatry?
That little dog. Izzy. Obviously, it's Izzy.
About Hannah's dog.
Yes, like Princess Peach or whatever it is.
Princess Puppy.
Izzy's my favorite, obviously. There's no comparison.
I need a copy of that.
Give Izzy a raise.